In this video, we will introduce the prep for Plat-Arch-204 Salesforce Certified Platform Integration Architect exam. What is Salesforce Certified Platform Integration Architect exam? Plat-Arch-204 exam details. Plat-Arch-204 exam outline. Preparation tips for exam success. One. What should an integration architect consider when recommending platform events as an integration solution? A. Event monitoring is used to track user activity, such as logins and running reports. B. Subscribe to an asset token event stream to monitor OAuth 2.0 authentication activity. C. When an event definition is deleted, it's permanently removed and can't be restored. 2. Northern Trail Outfitters requires an integration to be set up between one of its Salesforce orgs and an external data source using Salesforce Connect. The external data source supports Open Data Protocol. Which configuration should an integration architect recommend be implemented in order to secure requests coming from Salesforce? A. Configure a certificate for OData connection. B. Configure special compatibility for OData connection. C. Configure identity type for OData connection. 3. An architect recommended using Apex code to make callouts to an external system to process insurance quote. What should the integration architect consider to make sure this is the right option for the integration? A. The maximum callouts in a single Apex transaction. B. The maximum number of parallel Apex callouts in a single continuation. C. The limit on long-running requests, total execution time. D. The limit of pending operations in the same transaction. 4. Northern Trail Outfitters needs a synchronous callout from Salesforce to an order management system, OMS, when an opportunity is closed, won, with products attached. What should an integration architect do to satisfy these requirements? A. Build a Lightning component that makes a synchronous Apex REST callout to the OMS when a button is clicked. B. Write a trigger that invokes an Apex proxy class to make a REST callout to the OMS. C. Develop a batch Apex job that aggregates closed opportunities and makes a REST callout to the OMS hourly. 5. A customer is migrating from an old legacy system to Salesforce and wants to integrate all existing systems currently working with the legacy application. Which constraint, pain point should an integration architect consider when choosing the integration pattern, mechanism? A. Data volume and processing volume. B. Multi-language and multi-currency requirement. C. Reporting and usability requirements. 6. Universal Containers, UC, is decommissioning its legacy CRM system and migrating data to Salesforce. The data migration team asked for a recommendation to optimize the performance of the data load. Which approach should be used to meet the requirement? A. Contact Salesforce support to schedule performance load. B. Use bulk API to process jobs in serial mode. C. Use bulk API to process jobs in parallel mode. 7. An integration architect has built a Salesforce application that integrates multiple systems and keeps them synchronized via platform events. What is taking place if events are only being published? A. The platform events are published immediately before the Apex transaction completes. B. The platform events are published after the Apex transaction completes. C. The platform events has a trigger in Apex. D. The platform events are being published from Apex. 8. An integration architect needs to build a solution that will be using the streaming API, but the data loss should be minimized, even when the client reconnects every couple of days. Which two types of streaming API events should be considered? Choose two answers. A. Generic events. B. Change data capture events. C. Push topic events. D. High volume platform events. 9. Northern Trail Outfitters needs to use Shield platform encryption to encrypt social security numbers in order to meet a business requirement. Which two considerations should an integration architect do prior to the implementation of Shield platform encryption? Choose two answers. A. Encrypt the data using the most current key. B. Review Shield platform encryption configurations. C. Encrypt all the data so that it is secure. D. Use Shield platform encryption as a user authentication or authorization tool. 10. Northern Trail Outfitters has a requirement to encrypt few of widely used standard fields. They also want to be able to use these fields in workflow rules. Which security solution should an integration architect recommend to fulfill the business use case? A. Cryptography class. B. Data masking. C. Classic encryption. D. Platform Shield encryption. Check the correct answers for each question. Subscribe Plat-Arch for more IT exam prep.